All right, broski, it's T and I'm back with another video on, you know who, high intensity health. Oh man, I've done videos on my old channel about this guy, and actually the same video that I did a video on him about this starvation diet, well, Goatis just did a video on it as well. So I don't have it because on my old channel it was taken down, but I'm gonna do one now on this one because I've done some videos on this guy. Blue Zones walking, not a plant-based diet, explains longevity. I told you before when he mentioned about starvation diets, it's not fasting. It's not if you associate if you associate that starvation with fasting, then you just see it as being something good when it's something bad. Get it, man? How the hell could you starve yourself to good health? This is stupid. All this stress, aging you and all this and destroying yourself better than the last. I told you, this is all the government trying to destroy you, trying to weaken you and destroy you, make you weak, lift a heavy weight, all this shit, weaken you to death, stupid things. Yeah, I'm going to starve myself to better health and all this, whatever. Why can't you just eat your natural diet and get strong and be healthy and be a normal person? See what I mean? Why do you have to take all these avenues? Because I'm a drug addict. I like to eat artificial food and live an artificial lifestyle and live in the artificial world, man-made world, and do all these artificial stupid things that make no sense, that go absolutely nowhere, and just destroy the shit out of me for no reason. I have to waste my time in my life and stress myself further, because now that I stress myself, destroying myself with the weird artificial diet, I gotta destroy it further by doing all these weird things like walking, starvation, exercise, lifting something heavy, doing fitness, and all this bullshit, guy. Get it? This is just ridiculous garbage. Life is short. Don't waste your time. Go out there, enjoy yourself. Majority of the population is normal, but you have a very abnormal population that is getting worse all the time and devolving, doing these things. You're not evolving, man. You're devolving. Blue Zones walking versus plant-based diets. Give me a break, man. Walking, not a plant-based diet, explains longevity. What? Walking doesn't make you live longer. This is stupid. Walking is a natural process to get from A to B. What are you talking about? How can walking have anything to do with longevity? How does that make you live longer by walking? This is dumb.
Hey friends, welcome back. We're almost live. Thank you as always for tuning in. All right, and we are back. Today we're going to talk about walking and exercise.
This guy looks like a 60-year-old man. Look at him. He's unshaven, his hair is messy, and his face looks aged. He looks old. He's aging himself chronically, and it's accelerating at light speed, tachyon speed, warp speed.
Exercise and why it's so important for exceptional longevity. There's been a lot of hype about blue zones and blue zone diets, but in today's show we're going to talk about research suggesting that good old-fashioned exercise and walking is the most probable cause linking exceptional longevity in the blue zone regions of the world. And I want to share with you a few different studies that corroborate this finding. We're going to dive into that today. As always, if you're enjoying the content, hit that like button. Any questions are for a game about nutrition, exercise, intermittent fasting, sleep,
sauna, cold plunging, intermittent fasting, all these fucking ridiculous shit, garbage that does nothing but accelerate aging. This channel is an accelerate aging and weakening you to the point of I'm dying to kill my body faster than it can kill itself. Is that it? Yeah, man.
That is where we are going, my friends. Super grateful that you're tuning in live.
Yes, that's where we're going to destroy ourselves faster than the last time by cold plunging saunas, starvation diets, running, walking, exercising repetitively, chronically, eating really bad, weird food, artificial food, maybe plant-based diets with toxins and sugar, drug addict diet, drugs and stuff, bro. This is crazy, man. This guy is insane.
I was reading some research over the weekend, as many of you know that I do, and I'm sure you...
Yes, you've been reading some research over the weekend. And what is the conclusion you have come to?
You do read research as well. I came across this study, and this is just something I shared over on Instagram and Facebook. The title of this review is The Multifaceted Benefits of Walking for Healthy Aging, the Blue Zone to Molecular Mechanisms. And it turns out that various regions of the world that are characterized as blue zones, the individuals that live there that have exceptional longevity also habitually exercise, they walk or exercise or run or things like that is part of their lifestyle and also part of their occupation.
So let me get this straight. Hold on, I gotta cut this short, bro. So that is what is causing longevity in them, is walking. Walking is it explains why they explains longevity in these blue zones. Is that it? So it's not nutrients that cause that longevity. It's not a high nutrient amino acid protein diet that is causing this longevity, right? And then being healthy and living longer. It's walking is what's doing it. So walking is the secret. So if I eat toxins and sugar, drug addict, artificial diet, and other weird stuff, but if I walk, I will live longer, because that is the magic key. Let me tell you something. If that was the magic fucking potion formula to living longer, then everybody would be doing it. But guess what? Everybody is doing it. Get it? On a daily basis, bro. Is that making them live longer? No. So let me get this straight. These blue zones have the magic key to living longer because they're walking. But the rest of society isn't walking. We're all on skateboards. Is that it? Taking the elevator and escalators. We're not walking anymore. What the fuck, man? This makes absolutely no sense. So why aren't we all living longer too? We're walking, bro. Get it? We're not just on skateboards. We're walking. We're walking everywhere. I walk everywhere. My friends walk everywhere. Kids walk everywhere. People are walking. You're walking in school, here, there, outside the street. We're walking to the corner store. You're walking up and down the stairs in your home. You're walking, bro. So why isn't the rest of society living longer? But oh my God, people who in the blue zones who walk magically live longer. Hey, I guess we all have to move to the blue zones and walk there to find out. Man, this is like worse than the Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because all the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz, because he's got the secrets, because of all the magical things he does.
And it may not be so much that their diet is leaning towards plant-based or not plant-based. It's probably
Everybody knows that plant-based diets are filled with oxalates, bro. They're toxic, and they're sugar, and they're anti-nutrient. What makes them anti-nutrient? The toxins, bro. And nothing in there correlates to longevity at all whatsoever. If anything, causes inflammatory response and shortens your lifespan. So if it's shortening your lifespan and inflammatory response, and you walk, and too much walking can cause an inflammatory response, that will shorten your lifespan. Get it? It's not the more you do, you live longer. It's the less you do in this life, and the less you poison yourself, the longer you shall live. You understand me? But society has it all backward, because you are not in nature and you are doing things artificially and living an artificial lifestyle. So you cannot live longer because of that. And it's getting shorter by the day. You understand me? The more you live an artificial lifestyle, doing things artificially, the shorter your lifespan shall get. That's what happens. But if you move into the realm of natural, back to the natural status, you will live longer. That's why the Bible tries to tell you, Adam ate the apple. When he ate the apple, he aged. Get it? What made him age? The apple. What's in the apple? Toxins and sugar. That is not his natural diet. When he went when he moved outside of nature and thought he could eat whatever he wanted, he aged. Yes, boom. See what I mean? He did things that were unnatural, artificial.
Exercise that is at one of the main reasons explaining their exceptional longevity. And the scientists go on to say that regular physical activity, including walking, is a...
Look, the Garden of Eden is nature. Man's world is the artificial world. eat in man's world, eat his engineered fruits and vegetables, and guess what's going to happen to you? Here's another thing. These fruits and vegetables they got nutrients, some, but they're different type of DNA. What do you think happens to your DNA? Is animal DNA. What do you think happens to your DNA when you eat plants? Their DNA, plant DNA, is different than animal DNA. So what do you think happens to your DNA over time if you keep eating these plants? What do they do to your DNA? See what I mean? And you shift more towards that. What will happen to you? What will happen to you? You'll devolve. You're no longer evolve. You evolve when you're in nature eating your natural diet, like a lion. He eats his natural diet. These animals, they evolve over time. They keep evolving. They're changing, they're evolving. They usually get better. They change, they get better, whatever. But if you eat something that is unnatural, that is not part of your natural diet, what happens to you? Well, you can see it now. People are devolving. That is what's happening. We can correlate this in the past. We know that our bodies have gotten smaller and weaker. Our brains have gotten smaller over time. Why? Ever since we started to leave the Garden of Eden, which is nature. When we left nature and moved into man's world, the artificial world, to eat the apples, these engineered apples and fruits and vegetables, we started to age and devolve at the same time. Do you understand me, man? Yeah. How do you keep trying to evolve? It's really hard now because everybody's in on it. Destruction, the world of destruction. That's why they're becoming infertile and messed up, and diseases and things keep popping out. People, these are not normal processes. They're created because plants they are an apex predator. As an organism, they're an apex organism on this planet. Look, you may be an apex predator on this planet, you, as a human being, because you're intelligent, you can do certain things. But plants are apex organisms. Don't ever think they're not. And when you eat them, they will devolve you. They will destroy you. They will destroy you over time because that's what they do. See what I mean? That's their job, and they will do that. They will devolve you. Any animal that would eat its unnatural diet, it will devolve. It won't evolve, and then they'll disappear. It happened to people ask, what happened to these saber-toothed tigers, or what happened to this type of animal? Where did they all go? Where did they disappear to? This happened to them, whatever, bro, they were eating, something happened. Maybe there was a frozen thing and then they started eating meat. I don't know. They couldn't eat plants anymore. There was an ice age and they couldn't eat their natural diet and they ate something unnatural and they died. It's really simple. This is how things happen sometimes. They start eating unnatural things and they die. They're eating the wrong diet or something because they're hungry and their food source maybe was cut off or something. Something happened. I would not. I'm just saying this is, man. Some based on some fact, some belief, whatever. You could say whatever you want, but it's something like that. Let's listen to this guy speak anyways. I don't want to bore you.
Fundamental aspect of a healthy lifestyle and is associated with numerous health benefits, particularly in the context of healthy aging and longevity in the blue zones. This is one of the papers that we're going to dive into. We're also going to talk about this paper from, I believe this was The Lancet. I'm going to share with you the article here. I will share that in a moment. But essentially finding the sweet spot in terms of enumerating.
No plant-based diet can equate to longevity. If anything, shortgevity. Inflammatory response, aging genes, boom. And like I said, walking is aging. It's aging you.
How much physical activity or walking you should be doing on a daily basis. The sweet spot is around 9,000 steps per day. Now, if we look at this, if we expand...
Absolutely no proof that walking 8,000 or 10,000 steps reduce the risk of dying or all-cause mortality. This is such a lie. He's lying. This is made up. I don't know who this person is or where they got this from, but this is ridiculous. No such thing.
And this image, actually, let me go over here. I'll clear this layer. Okay.
Here's the thing, you're gonna walk anyways because it's a natural process to walk. Look, it's a natural process to wake up in the morning, to move your arms around, to feed yourself, to walk, to get dressed, to go to work, to whatever the hell you're doing out there. It's a natural process to move around. You're not just going to lay in bed all day and not get up, because if you don't, you'll die. You have to get up to feed yourself, you have to get up to do a bunch of things. Do you understand? So this is ridiculous. If you follow a natural process, you will not die. But it is unnatural to force your body to do anything beyond which is natural. You understand me? It is unnatural to eat an artificial diet, an unnatural diet. It is unnatural to force your body to do things that it doesn't want to do, to destroy it. Cannot give you longevity. Plants are not your diet. They do not give you longevity. If anything, they shorten your lifespan and destroy you and devolve you. Walking too much will accelerate aging and shorten lifespan. That's it. That's all it does. If you force it beyond the capacity that is a necessity.
And I'm going to clear this layer and remove myself so that we can all be looking at the article that we're talking about here in this image. This is showing the hazard ratios comparing people who walk a certain number of steps per day compared to people who don't, and the associated increased probable risk of all-cause mortality. Now, as you know, this is the epidemiological way to enumerate risk of doing some activity versus not, and it appears that walking more than...
Doing some activity, if not, well, you're going to do something regardless because it's natural for you to get up in the morning and move around, because you would die if you didn't. You have to walk. Yeah. You know, putting on your pants and all that and getting dressed, whatever the hell you're doing there, it's a natural process, yes. So why do I have to do anything beyond that? What does that have to do with longevity?
8,000 steps per day can reduce your risk of all-cause mortality by more than 50%, as you're looking at here. Now, let me just...
Yeah, if you just lay in the bed and you don't get up in the morning, yeah, it all cause mortality. Yes, definitely. But guess what? You're not going to do that because you know if you don't get up out of that bed, you'll be dead because you got to eat too as well. What about eating? Does that have nothing to do with longevity? What if I just don't eat anything and I walk around? Will I live longer, Mr. High Intensity? So if I don't eat anything and I just walk around, I'm going to live longer? If I'm a breatharian, is that it? I breathe off air, I live off air.
Zoom out, because we are streaming this live. You can see the article here. This was the Lancet in 2022. The title of this paper, as you can see on your screen, is titled Daily Steps and All-Cause Mortality, a meta-analysis of 15 international cohorts. So again, this is
So what about people that are starving themselves and they walk? Will that cause longevity too? If they starve themselves and they walk? Or will that shorten their lifespan if you're starving?
Analysis of a global study looking at cohort, different studies.
I know a lot of countries, they work a lot and they do a lot of walking, a lot of stepping, a lot of labor work. I know laborers that walk all day, 6 hours a day. They have to walk in a factory or some plant or something. They're working with paper, feeding paper in a machine. They walk left and right and left. Fuck, they walk so much, man. And guess what? They all die young. Why is that? Why are people who are walking so much in these damn labor jobs, if they were so great and getting paid and walking like horrendous amounts, why aren't they living long? Why isn't it correlated with longevity? Just the blue zones, right? They're special. We gotta move to the blue zones, yes.
And they go on, and what was interesting in this subset, the total sample size was 47,000 subjects in these different cohort studies. And again, when we go back to this...
Wow, 47,000 cohort studies, yes. Who are all these people? Where are they, in the blue zones?
Wonderful image that helps to really convey the figures that we're talking about.
And we've gone over this before on the internet. The blue zones are people that eat a lot of meat. It's associated with eating meat. They eat a high, dense nutrient diet. Okay, protein and dense nutrient diet. And that's why they're living so long. Okay, if you're missing any of them, you'll be short-lived and you'll die. It has nothing to do with steps, man. Next thing you know, he's going to say dancing is going to give you longevity too, is associated with longevity.
The statistics that we're talking about, This is, you can see here.
Skydiving, rock climbing is associated with longevity. Rock climbing, I don't know, skiing, ice skating. Why aren't any of these? Why aren't these correlated with longevity? Why is it just walking? Why not ice skating? Why not playing football? Or how about soccer across the field? People playing soccer, is not correlated with longevity? Oh, it's only in the blue zones, and it's just walking. It's correlated with that. Yes, okay.
The relative risk. Let's break down hazard ratios. Remember, in statistics, a hazard ratio shows you the probability or the odds of a certain event happening if you do or don't do a certain thing compared to people who do or don't do that thing. For example, we talked about sugar last.
Oh, do or don't do, but everybody's doing, everybody's moving. Everything is in perpetual motion on this planet, but I don't see it correlating to longevity.
Week. And the hazard ratio for developing type 2 diabetes is 1.63 for people that consume 5 or more sugar sweet.
Your body doesn't give you type 2 diabetes, so how are you getting it? It's something you must be doing. Your body's made to keep you alive. Why would it give you diabetes? That's stupid.
Beverages per week compared to people who do not, and what that suggests.
Oh, they're drinking these beverages. So why don't you tell them not to drink these beverages, and then they won't get diabetes? Hello?
Is a 63% increased risk of developing diabetes if you consume 5 or more sugar sweetened beverages compared.
Okay, so then why would you consume sweet, sugar, whatever beverages? They're not your natural diet. Why would you consume that? Nobody's putting a gun to your head. Why would somebody consume that sugar? Because they don't care about themselves. Do you understand me? They don't give a shit. They're brainwashed and they don't care. They're going to drink that regardless. Want to know why? Because they want to destroy themselves faster than the body itself would destroy itself. They don't care. They want to see how fast they can destroy their body. That's why they're drinking those things. You understand me, Mr. Health Intensity?
People who do not. So that's how you look at hazard ratios. You take one minus.
You're comparing people who don't drink and people who are, minus that. So again, what does that have to do with this plant-based and longevity bit?
The ratio. So if we look here at this, people who do not walk at least 1,000 steps per day have a hazard ratio of
well, I guess I'm dead then because I'm not walking that.
Of 2, which means they're 100% the relative risk or the odds of dying prematurely of all causes.
Then I should be dead already. See, this only applies to people. He wants you to eat something artificial and then burn those calories. And then they come up with this stupid statistic and say, well, people who don't walk, that drink 10 sodas, it's all correlated with longevity. They'll live longer instead of dying younger because they've burned this off as an energy source instead of sitting there sedentary. Yes, okay.
Is 100% higher compared to people who walk more than 1,000 steps per day. And what was interesting about this graph is they parsed it out by age. So it appears that older people need to actually walk a little bit more than younger people to reduce the risk.
And why do older people have to walk more than younger people?
Of all-cause mortality.
Because they took on more. They've taken on more cellular damage. And their body just can't remove that cellular damage, but you should just keep walking to try to remove it so you could live longer. Or you want to keep it in a perpetual thing of a defense mechanism, so that will propel you into living longer by fooling the body thinking it's dying. And if it's dying, it has to keep you alive. And if it's dying, it has to keep you alive. That is correlated with longevity. That could be a way of living longer by living in, how should I put it, in pain and suffering. Get it? If you're in pain and suffering, then your body has to keep you alive. So it's kind of tricked and it's fooled into this longevity. See, here's the thing. Is it a possibility that you causing a certain amount of stress to your body, turning on the defense mechanism, but it too is aging you at the same time? Will that correlate to some longevity? But how long will that correlate to the point where you are aging at the same time, but how long will it keep you alive? at that rate as well at the same time by you keeping on the defense mechanism. See here, their whole thing in science is correlation of longevity is to keep a defense mechanism on. You understand me? Look, if you're walking, it's causing stress. These stresses, they will cause a defense mechanism to come on. So that's why they say it's correlated with longevity, because you're trying to fool your body. That's why he says, well, if I throw you into an ice bath, it's correlated with longevity because your body thinks it's dying. If it thinks it's dying, it's going to try to keep you alive all the time. So let's keep doing all these weird things to keep living longer by jumping in ice baths, by jumping in heat, by walking, by doing these weird stressful things, and that will keep us living longer. But how much longer will it keep you living to the point where you die? You'll live a decrepit life, crippled, decrepit, diseased life, and then you'll die eventually. If that doesn't kill you, here's the thing. What makes you stronger what doesn't kill you will not make you stronger. You understand me? What doesn't kill you will eventually shorten your lifespan and you will die a decrepit lifestyle. Yeah. That's what will happen to all of you.
Which I think is quite interesting. Okay, so we're going to dive into all that, my friends. As always, I'm grateful that you're here. Appreciate you hitting that.
That's what I understood about hormesis. It's a type of stress you're trying to induce in your body to live longer. So why is that? Defense mechanisms are turned on, so you want it to be in defense mode to keep you living longer so you don't die. But here's what you're not seeing. The defense mechanism, when they turned on, that's correlated with aging. Why would anybody want you to live longer? Why would the government want you to live longer? No, they want you to live a shorter lifespan. So I know that you think that is true, but it'll only go for so long and then you'll drop dead. It really won't make you live longer. Look, the government doesn't want you to live longer. They want to cut your lifespan, if they could, more than in half, and you go away. They want to use your young years, use you up, and then discard you like a piece of garbage. That's all. That's their job. They don't really care. This guy is just promoting and pumping out whatever they're saying. And in the belief, maybe make you believe or brainwash you into believing that somehow walking more 10,000 steps a day, and then you're going to start like getting out your cell phone. Did I walk 10,000? Oh, look, I made 20,000. That's even better. I cut my lifespan even shorter. Yes, of course. I've turned on the aging genes. This is great.
Like button. That's where we're going. Let me pop out the chat to see how we're doing, to see if there's any questions before we actually dive into the studies about blue zones. So I'm going to pop this out. Again, if you're here live and you're enjoying the content, hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the chat section. Hopefully you can hear me okay. We have quite a few folks with us live here now. We have Swamp Hawk in the house. Thank you for being here. Swamp Hawk is usually on all of our live.
Of course, walking is cute. You associate walking, they can try to associate walking with longevity because you think, oh, well, walking, it's a low impact stimulus. So yeah, I guess, there'd be some longevity to it. But like I said, everybody's walking out there. If that was true, then everybody would jump the gun, bro. Get it? Everybody would be walking more than usual. Yeah. My friend, he constantly wants to walk all the time. He would call me to do walks with him, and I don't like to walk. I told him I don't like to walk. Why? He said, why? I said, because it stresses me and it shortens my lifespan. I don't want to walk. I don't want to increase my heartbeats. I don't want to do exercise. I don't want to do anything. I only do what is best for me. If I do sports, it's only because it's something I enjoy doing, but it's not something I do chronically. I don't do anything chronically, and I do things that I'm unaccustomed to doing because I get benefits from doing things that I'm unaccustomed to doing. There's just something specific happens when you do that to your body. And if you don't know what that is, then I suggest you try it. Now, kids do many things that they're unaccustomed to, and they usually get a donation of the satellite cell when they're young. They talk about this in science. They talk about kids. Kids get bored very quickly. Their attention span is short, so they do many things that they're unaccustomed to doing. And their body reacts by giving them a donation of these nuclei by the satellite cell. But it's something they're getting very specific to get that satellite to donate those nuclei. That's why they say get it when you're young, because they're permanent. And this enhances you and evolves you and propels you to the future. See what I mean? That's what it does. But if you're eating an artificial diet, it definitely will disrupt it. It will disrupt your cells in your body. I know this because I tried this over COVID. I went all out on what I would call somewhat of an artificial diet there. Still ate some natural stuff, but ate a lot of artificial stuff to see what was going on there. But since then, I've gone back to really a natural diet, pretty much natural. And I'm going to tell you, the benefits are out of this world. Like, you can literally feel it. You can listen. The response of your body is amazing. It will reward you. If you give what the body wants, it will reward you with good health, strength, and power, bro. I love power. I love super strength power, to exert power and strength. My teeth are super healthy and strong. Never seeing the dentist again. If you have unhealthy teeth and you need to see a dentist, then you are weak. I'm sorry, man. Poor eyesight, you're weak. Poor hearing, you're weak. If your body is getting injured all the time, susceptible to getting injuries or something, or you have problems with your joints or something, you are weak. Back problems, you are weak. You are weak, bro. I'm sorry to tell you this. Yeah. If you're feeling bad all the time or lethargic or something, you're weak. If you're having inflammatory responses, you're weak. That's a weakness. These are all weaknesses. Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Okay, Bobby has a question. Is it safe to ferment beets and retain nitric oxide? Yeah, so beets have...
Okay, let's say beets have nitric oxide. What else do they have? Toxins and sugar in them. Sugar and toxins. You think that's healthy for you? You think that's healthy for your body? You think your body wants to run on that, do you?
Nitric oxide precursors. And so I would assume, I haven't actually looked at the...
Does meat have nitric oxide in it? Yes. They're going to tell you that your body is running down in nitric oxide as you get older. It's dropping. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe because you're not eating enough nitric oxide? I can't tell you the truth. I don't find any problems. Look, I'm in my late 50s. I don't find any problems with my body right now on a high natural diet, which I'm eating now. High nutrient, protein, amino acid diet, animal diet. I find my body functions like a 19-year-old right now. My power has come back, which I haven't felt in quite a long time. Power, strength, everything is coming back. Good health, sleep better, just feel all around amazing. Mentally, physically, just everything.
Metabolites of fermented beets, but I would assume that the nitric oxide precursors and the nitrogen compounds in fermented beets might actually even be higher. So you have my thumbs up on that. Okay, Fantastic Vibe says, exercise, community, unprocessed foods, including meat, are the key to blue zone longevity. I would agree with that. I don't think it's just attributed to exercise. I think exercise is a piece.
It's just attributed to exercise. No exercise has any health benefits. This guy, again, your body hates stress. It doesn't want to be stressed. Then this guy just says, yes, I agree with the meats and all that. Why meat? Because it's not deficient in any nutrient. If you're deficient in nutrient, that stresses your body. Therefore, you'll age. Look, these vegans, when they're complaining why they're all turning into carnivores, is because the diet didn't work. It was deficient. It's deficient, it's anti-nutrient, it's toxic, and it's sugar, it's drugs. And at some point, the body gives up, and then your hair starts falling out. It can no longer keep you alive, cannot sustain you. Their hair falls out, loss of energy, nails are falling out, sex drive problems, all kinds, hormones off kilter, that, fatty liver, kidney disease, skin problems through the roof and everything, aging, circles under the eyes. Their teeth are diminishing, disintegrating. Their health is disintegrating. Why? Why is that? Because it lacks nutrients and it's toxic and has sugar. So all these things are affecting you. All the things at once are affecting the body, and it can't battle everything in every direction. It can't be doing battles. You don't want your body to be in constant flight or fight mode. You want your body to be in health mode. That's the point, not in flight or fight constantly, 24 hours. But if it is in flight or fight mode constantly, then this is the disruption you get. This is the problems you get.
Of the puzzle, it's not the entire puzzle. A woman says, Mike, I've heard this argument before elsewhere, but for me, in every argument for me, ethics will always win against personal health, and I have scruples. I'm not up for U-turning. I'm not sure I totally understand that comment. If you could explain, that would be helpful. Okay. All right, all. Well, thank you for being here live. Again, let's get to the actual data. Okay, so this is a study that we're going to talk about here. And this is just a narrative review. This is not a randomized clinical trial. This is what's known as a narrative review published in the journal Geroscience. The title of this particular review happens to be The Multifaceted Benefits of Walking for Healthy Aging from Blue Zones to Molecular Mechanisms. Now, they talk about the benefits of physical activity, including walking, and how it has numerous health benefits in older adults, and is supported by multiple observational and interventional studies, and how walking decreases the risk and severe outcomes when it comes to cardiovascular disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, dementia, cognitive decline, and beyond.
But how does it do that? How does it wear off all these dementia, longevity, sleep, diabetes, mellitus, cognitive impairment, dementia, cardiovascular, cerebrovascular disease? How does it wear off all these things? Where did all these things come from to begin with? This is stupid, man. Listen, your body is made to keep you alive. Why would it give you any disease if it's made to keep you alive? So where are all these things coming off? Why do you need to wear off all these diseases? Because you're eating an unnatural diet, it's artificial, and living an unnatural, artificial lifestyle. You understand me? Once you stop doing that, then these things go away. That's why when people eat their natural diet, a carnivore diet, as raw as possible, the rawer they go, the more of these things just disappear. They just go away. It had nothing to do with walking, longevity. Why is that? But on his channel, he's got all kinds of crazy things because they want you to continue in your behavior and fool you into believing that you should walk, which is stressful, and that too will shorten your lifespan. And so these things will not go away because of walking. These things will not go away. They will not go away. They will go away if you go back to a natural diet. But they want you to believe that walking will make these go away. But no, I don't think so. And look at all these things. Duration, intensity for the cardiovascular outcomes. Walking, favorable effects of cardiovascular risk factors are attributed to impact of circulatory, the pulmonary and immune function, meeting current physical activity guidelines. Physical activity guidelines? No such thing. Walking brisk for 30 minutes per day for 5 days can reduce the risk of several ages. 30 minutes is long. Age-associated diseases. What? It can reduce the risk. Oh, it can reduce the risk. Why would you need to reduce anything? There is no risk if you're on your natural diet, living a natural lifestyle. Additionally, low intensity physical exercise, including walking, exerts anti-aging effects. What? No, it does not at all whatsoever. I don't understand. How does it do that? Low intensity physical, including walking, exerts anti-aging effects. Meat is anti-aging. Why? Because it has all nutrients in it. It's not deficient in anything. Has no toxins or sugar in it. Affects and helps prevent age-related diseases. It helps prevent age-related diseases. But what if you're eating these toxic foods that give you diseases? How is that going to prevent it? If you keep doing the same thing, hammering it over and over again, poisoning yourself with alcohol all day, is that going to prevent it, drinking alcohol? Making it a powerful tool for promoting health aging. This is exemplified by the lifestyles individuals by the blue zones, regions of the world, yes. Blue zones, yes. They have the secret potion, yes. Walking, that's the ticket, okay, yes. I'm on it right now, bro.
And as Dr. Peter Attia talks about in his wonderful book, Outlive, the Four Horsemen, it turns out that researchers have identified these 5 different blue zones: Okinawa, Sardinia, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Ikaria in Greece, and the Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda.
What they discovered, and I had this on my other channel, there was a guy, he has got a great channel. He put up these videos and he put proof. The reason why all of them live longer is because they eat an animal-based diet.
California.
But the reason why they only could live to 100 years or so is because they still eat somewhat of an artificial diet. They still eat an animal-based diet, which is not deficient in nutrients. But because their life is cut short, they only live to 100 as opposed to 200 and longer, is because they keep eating and living an artificial lifestyle. That is the problem. Yeah.
And it turns turns out that one of the key lifestyle characteristics of these blue zone regions is their high levels of physical activity. Okay, so this is important. So
Absolutely false. Physical activity has absolutely no benefit. That's like a breatharian telling you, I have benefits because I'm a breatharian. Breathing air has health benefits and longevity benefits. Does it? Let me get this straight. If walking has any health benefits and longevity, then breathing must have the same thing because you breathe. It's up there with everything else. Everyone needs to breathe to live, don't they? You understand me, man? This is stupid. But even breathing can have effects on your lifespan because oxidative stress of some sort, oxidation. You understand me? But walking causes stress, so that would shorten your lifespan. Anything that stresses you shortens your lifespan. Eating an artificial diet will stress your body, shorten lifespan. Now, eating something that's nutrient dense, how can that shorten your lifespan? That will extend your lifespan because your body's not stressed, and it will reward you with a longer lifespan. How does it reward you? Because it's not stressed. It has all the nutrients, and you live longer and better and stronger. Yeah.
I highly recommend that you get a watch, a Garmin, a Fitbit, an Apple Watch,
Yes, buy an artificial watch. That will tell you, that'll help you live longer too, yes.
something of the sort to start to enumerate.
Yeah.
On the Greek island of Icaria, where the region, where the terrain is rugged, residents engage in extensive walking and often participate in physical labor activities such as farming and goat herding.
Yeah, these are processes they're doing, that goating and farming, whatever. But farming is not a natural process. You understand me? Farming and these goating, goats, and these things they're doing, it's in a natural process. In the wild, you wouldn't farm and you wouldn't be goating. That will stress you. That's why there's these women and stuff. They live in these mountains. They're goating and doing all these weird things, knitting and doing that. They're 30 years old and they look like they're 50. They're 30 and look 50. They've aged so much. I can show you videos. Oh my God, it's all over the place on the net.
In Sardinia, walking and other physical activities play a crucial role in healthy aging.
They stress your body and reduce your lifespan and stress you and they age you. Get it? You in nature would never do these things. What you do is you would hunt, get an animal, and eat it. That's what you would do. And you'd live very stress-free. Like the natives in North America, they lived very stress-free. They would, there were plenty of game out there. They would get a buffalo, kill it, eat it raw, drink the blood, the organs. They'd use the fur to build some teepees, some, nice small little homesteads. And, I don't know, they'd roam around and do whatever sometimes. So they live very stress-free. Yeah. They would enjoy each other's company. They wouldn't do too much. See what I mean? Very, very stress-free, and they'd live long and healthy lives.
And they go on and talk about all sorts of other statistics and this. Now, what's interesting here, because on Saturday we posted a video on the importance of VO2 max, and this is your maximal oxygen uptake during physical exertion.
Again, oxygen, VO2 uptake, this oxidative stress. So, Roz, yeah, you're going to increase oxidation. How's that going to make you live longer? You don't want that. You don't want to increase your heartbeats or anything, any of these things. That shortens lifespan.
We know that VO2 max purportedly declines with age, but this is inducible. You can increase your VO2.
Why does it decline in the artificial world? It declines with age, or in the natural world?
Max. I highly encourage people over the age of 40 to test their VO2.
Why don't you measure a guy who lives in the natural world, a person or people or a tribe or somebody out in the natural? Measure them, their lifestyle, their lifespan, their health span, whatever. They're not doing any VO2 max or anything out there. Oh, you can't anymore because we've completely destroyed that life. Okay, I get it.
VO2 max annually or biannually, or maybe every 2 years. This is a relatively affordable test.
Walking absolutely has no health benefit. I don't care what this guy says anymore. I'm done with this. There's no benefits. None of this. Exercise has no benefits. It has no causation to longevity whatsoever. It says this in NCBI. It's in my community section. You all know it. I've proved it before. This is baloney. It's just something that you want to do, Boy, if they're telling you that it has something to do with that, forget it. It's fake.
Around $120, and it gives you a good insight into your overall cardiorespiratory fitness, which,
Yeah,
needless
I'm
to
gonna go pay them 120 something of my slave money dollars so they can find out whatever this is going to do to me, whatever, and I'm gonna find out nothing. I'm gonna find that I've shortened my lifespan.
say is correlated with health span and lifespan. I have a whole
Absolutely not with health span or lifespan. Absolutely not. If you're burning these calories, a herbivore diet, I don't know, maybe that could help you because you're burning these toxins out of your body or whatever the hell you're doing there. But I really doubt it anyways. They're just destroying you too just as much. If they're circulating in there and you're doing fitness, then they must be shortening your lifespan as well. I don't care, longevity, nothing. Nobody has lived long doing these things. Blue zones are sedentary. That's why they live long and they eat meat.
many minutes should you exercise per week? Well, at least 150 to 300 minutes of moderate
Is that for office people or people that work physical jobs? Hey, mister?
intensity exercise per week. And that's why, like the over the age of 40 have some degree of sexual dysfunction. I don't know those statistics for women, but
Oh, there's people over 40 have sexual dysfunction and all that. Maybe it's because they're eating the wrong diet, bro. Health, aging, health-related function, decrease, health, age-related diseases. You don't get diseases. You don't get anything if your natural diet, if you live in your natural environment. Animals that are taken out of the natural environment kingdom, animal kingdom, and put into zoos suffer from age-related functional decline and age-related diseases and all these things. You understand me? They get all these problems. Why? Because they put it in a natural environment. It's artificial, and then they're fed somewhat of an artificial diet, like weird cow meat and weird chickens and shit. They don't eat that. They eat wild game. And so you've shortened their lifespan. They get diseases. Nobody can figure out why they got cancers, this, that. It's because you keep feeding them garbage. These other animals, they find out in the wild, they're like, oh, so these animals got some cancers, they got this and that. Yeah, they're eating your garbage in the neighborhood. You throw your garbage out, they're found in these dumps, eating them and stuff. No wonder why they're all getting sick and diseased and shit and fucked up. I mean, bears, you're giving them peanut butter and more chemicals. Yeah, if they've got any cancer or anything, it's because you're feeding them on a natural diet. Healthy, I love this one. Healthy aging. Oh, we have to age healthily. When we age, we have to be healthy aging. How is aging healthy? And how is healthy? What is healthy aging? This makes absolutely no sense. Zero. Absolutely. Gaga.
Peri and postmenopausal women have sexual dysfunction due to hormonal changes. Walking
Yeah, you know what I found? How they got rid of that? Carnivore diet. Their natural diet, raw carnivore diet, went away right away.
can help with this. So many.
Yes, I have the solution to all these things. Your natural animal diet will get rid of all these things, will go away. If you go back to your natural lifestyle and diet.
Health benefits linked with walking. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Decrease your post-meal glucose levels and improve metabolic health, which is.
Zero.
And so I would strongly suggest, the visual image.
Yeah, how's that working for this guy, man? Anyways, I'm going to cut this short because this is going way too long, 48 minutes. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, High Intensity Health. Another bullshit one, man. That walking somehow is going to get you longevity. It's going to be the cure to all your ailments. Good one. Nice one. See you in the next one. Ciao, man.